Ebony magazine has been following the Jackson family now for more than 4 decades and will release a special tribute issue called Michael in His Own Words. And Harriet Cole is the magazine's creative director. Harriet, good morning. This is beautiful, by the way, this issue. We're going to get to this in just a minute. Let me ask you, though, first about this report, as Jeff told us about, that the estate now being divided 40% between his mother, 40% between his children, 20% to other children's charities. It seems like the siblings are not in this, getting a cut of this. Joe Jackson as well, not getting a cut of the estate. Does that surprise you at all?
It doesn't. I mean, if you think about looking at other people, you know, not celebrities, just regular folks, usually you give something to your mother, and if you have kids, you give the rest to the kids. What is probably unusual is how much he's giving to charity, that there's 20% to charity, but as we've seen, he gave more than $300 million during his life to charity, so that's a big part of it. His siblings are adults. I haven't gotten the sense from talking to people close to him that they're bickering about that, that more, you know,
that they're accepting of that.
Of course,
the mother's going to be taking care of the children anyway. LaToya Jackson, though, has voiced her belief, as you heard in that report, that Michael Jackson was murdered. Do the other family members, to your knowledge, believe there is something to that? Well,
I spoke to a close family friend, Steve Manning, last night to check in to see what are they thinking, and I don't know that the word murder is what's being used, but more that there is the sense that obviously he was 50 years old, they did not think that he was ill. Why did he die? So something obviously went wrong.
That there were people enabling him, perhaps.
But you know, that wasn't said to me, but I know that a lot of people are having that thought, more that something clearly went wrong. There's no reason that he should have passed away that day. You know, no one thought that he was ill. So it's good that there is an investigation so they can find out.
And speaking of his health, and I know that Ebony was really one of the last magazines to do a whole interview and photo session with him back in 2007. How did he appear back then?
He was slim. You know, he was a dancer. He had a dancer's body. He seemed very healthy. If you look at pictures of him over the years, he's been very consistent. He was very gracious, very strong, very clear, and just sweet. There was a sweetness about him that we saw during the time that we spent with him. And as we've looked back in working on this book, Michael in His Own Words, we looked at his words from 1970 to 2007, and that sweetness and focus about who he is as a creative being is just pretty amazing.
And there's a quote in here going back to October of 1981 in your magazine where he said, "I want to continue to grow. To me, the biggest sin of all sins is to be given a gift, a talent, because it's actually a gift from God. To take that and not cultivate it and make it grow, that's the biggest sin in the world."
Yeah, and he certainly did make his talents grow. He was always looking to do the next great thing, and what we learned in talking to people about the tour, he was very interested in taking this tour to the next level and showing artists as well as his children what a great concert could be. So we don't have the sense at all that he thought he was not going to be on the planet today, that he wasn't going to be on tour. He was looking forward to it.
All right. Well, Harriet Cole, thanks so much. And again, this is a very special tribute to Michael Jackson by Ebony magazine. It's great. Thank you so much.